Hi, Valerie here, your Italy correspondent, and I just wanted to talk to you for a minute about moving to Italy and the role that international living could have played in my life if I'd have known about it. It's one of those big regrets now that we knew about international living after the fact. So we moved to Italy when we first came here. It was 2006, and we were sort of shooting in the dark. We were looking for information and trying to find the best ways to go through the bureaucracy and what we needed to do to get our visa, and just sort of like crossfire information that we were encountering, trying to figure out what was the, let's say, modus operandi for getting this move actually to happen, and the kind of paperwork and things that we needed to do. And so it was a very stressful situation, knowing that we wanted to make this move and finding information kind of sporadically, and having it sort of disputed by another source, and round we went with the consulate. So it was just interesting, let's say, to kind of navigate all of that on our own. And I didn't know anything about International Living magazine at the time, unfortunately, because now that I know about it, it would have made everything so much easier. So unfortunately, we made that move kind of blindly without that really useful information that was available there, unfortunately. The blessing for us is that we had friends in Rome that did help us once we landed here. They did kind of navigate it for us, and they were surprised at sort of the steps that we had to take for the bureaucracy as well. So they drove us around to the different offices and got the different stamps and the different things that we needed to do, and sort of walked us through it so that we learned what the routine was, and it made it much easier than the next time when we had to renew our paperwork that we do have to do every 2 years. And these are kind of things that we also didn't know about. So it was just, now that I realize all that information was there, it just sort of like, why? How did we miss that? It also made it a really big pleasure for me to be able to share some of our insights, to start writing for International Living and be able to fill in some of the blanks for other people, and write some articles that maybe needed updating, or to just lend more experience with how things have changed in the ensuing years, and just to help other people to fill in those blanks that we didn't get filled in for ourselves, and make the move smoother, and be able to know what to expect from all of those things. And the retirement index is another thing that I wish I'd known about, because it really does kind of rank things. Our move would still have been to Italy anyway, but anyone that's on the fence, that's comparing a couple of countries, that retirement index is just such a great tool, because we compile it. Those of us that are here in the countries, we help contribute to those because we have the experience, because we're on the ground. And so you really get a useful tool that I don't think you find anywhere else, on those gauges, all of those measures, all of those boxes that need to be evaluated about what life really is when you're moving overseas, and what things to look at, and what those measurements are, those kind of bars that you base your decisions on. So that's a great tool, and it's something that I missed out on, but you don't have to. So I'm really happy about that for you, and just the community that we've built here at International Living all over the world, to be able to share all of our different insights, and to be here and be available, and help other people experience the joys of living overseas, whether it's just for a short period of time, or if you're just really wanting to make that move for the rest of your lives, for your retirement. That's what we're all about.
Hi, my name is Jason Holland. I'm the roving Latin America editor for International Living. Our staff have been traveling, crunching numbers, and quizzing our contacts and correspondents around the world, all in the interest of compiling our annual picks for the world's top retirement havens. The 2021 Retirement Index will point you to the places most worthy of your attention, and, most importantly, save you the trouble, time, frustration, and expense of trying to figure it all out on your own. And right now you can get it for free. Sign up for early access at intliving.com/AGRI.